Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's tutorial is a little bit grungy and undone, but still chic. I've taken some inspiration from the Burberry beauty campaigns, which in my opinion is the ultimate grunge chic. I hope you enjoy. Starting with this skin today, I have a pretty long day ahead, so we're gonna prime. This is the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I think I prefer the Hourglass Veil Primer on my dry skin, but both of them are lovely. Since this look is designed to be quite effortless and undone, I don't really want to see foundation on the skin. So I applied sparingly, just where I have a lot of redness, aka my nose, and left the rest of the face bare. That being said, my motto is always wear what makes you happy. And if that means a heavier coverage, then girl, you do you, slot in your routine here. Let's move on to the eyes and we'll complete the base a little later on. The eyeshadows I'm using today are super duper silky and they tend to perform best over a very grippy primer. The MAC Extended Eye Base fits the bill perfectly. My absolute favorite palette, hands down, for soft grungy eyes is the Tom Ford Cocoa Mirage. It is spot on and I've received a lot of requests to feature this in a tutorial actually. If you don't own this one, just substitute with any matte shadows in the sort of sepia mustard color family. So taking one of the medium shadows on a fluffy crease brush and blend over the eye. We are very slap and dash today. Get a bit on the lid, get a bit in the crease. You know, it's meant to be a bit messy, so don't get too formulaic with placement. Onto a darker matte shadow, and again, just have fun with it, swirl the brush around. The only thing to keep in mind here is keep the majority of the darker shade on the lid, and when you have less product on the brush, you can introduce a bit of that depth into the socket. If things have got a bit cray-cray and you've blended too far up, just take a clean blending brush and sweep over the edges. That should tone it down a notch. Onto under eye concealer, and I don't know, call me crazy, but I actually like a bit of dark circles, particularly with this look. I mean, I wouldn't ever skip under eye concealer entirely, but I'm mainly illuminating shadows here and preserving a little bit of that bluey purple discoloration. Now for the lower lash line, and I think this is what separates your typical soft, smoky eye from a grungy eye. We're going heavy on the lower lash line, all right? So line the waterline with a pencil. I'm using a very dark brown here. If you want to wear this during the day, then go for a lighter brown. Then take a pencil brush and blend back and forth until very hazy. If you leave jagged lines in this step, it will probably start to resemble something from one of those how not to do makeup videos, makeup do's and don'ts. That's not what we're going for. Next, we're going to build some more depth by layering our matte shadows, and feel free to take this shading as low as you like. If you are seeking something daytime appropriate, you can still take these shadows quite far down. Just use lighter shades. I will also switch to a bigger brush and soften all of the edges until they appear to blend out to nothing. The softer the edges, the more wearable, so blend. So that's what the eye looks like when entirely matte, and you can totes leave it there if you prefer. Me, I wanted a bit of that glossy lived-in look, and on set, you'd apply a bit of Vaseline or gloss, take your shot, and it's all good. But this is real life, and I've got somewhere to be. So enter the Tom Ford Cream Shadows. Oh, I love this formula so much. They give that glossy look, but they're not going to melt off your eyes. I'm applying on the center of the lid, a bit around the tear duct, dabbing on the lower lash line, just a bit here and there. I'm not thinking about it too deeply. We're just trying to fake that glossy eye. I love this step. I think it takes the makeup to next level coolness, if I may say so myself. For grunge looks, I feel like you can go two different ways with lashes, either completely bare or completely overloaded. The two extremes, right? And I don't even feel like myself without mascara, so obviously I'm going for the latter option. A little clumpiness never killed anybody. Voila, that's the eyes done. Whizzing through the brows today because it is the exact same as in my last tutorial. If you want to see my bold brow routine, then click the card on the screen. Oh, there it is right there. I will also link it in the description box. Back to the face, and we are going to really carve out those cheekbones. You know, it's that sort of 90s gaunt supermodel thing. I love an angular bone structure, so I'm really enjoying it. Starting with the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder to sort of achieve shadows in all the right places, and then going in with a grey shadow just to deepen the very hollow of the cheekbone. I feel like this is more realistic than just packing on the first product, you know? Chanel Notorious, long gone. If you want to recreate this, then just use any grey shadow. How gorgeous is this Zoeva blush palette? Get on my face right now. Zoeva, I think, is producing some bomb makeup. Good on you guys. Anyway, so I would easily skip blush with this look and not miss it, but I know that some of you prefer a bit of color. And if you're going to go for a blush, go for a nude shade. Anything too saturated, and I think this makeup will start to be more pretty and done. Onto lips, and I think the two shades that pair best with this grungy scheme is either a deep vamp or a greige. I'm going with the greige because I actually love that trend. So we're starting with the MAC Stone lip liner, just to make my naturally pink lips a little bit more grey. Then dabbing a bit of Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria on top. This lipstick is a really interesting greige on me, but I've heard some people describe it as a bit of a rosy brown, so I think this one might depend on your colouring. And just for the lols, I tried to do something cool with my hair, you know, like disheveled waves, and the girl on YouTube made it look really easy. No can do. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I think it's nice every now and again to discard the false lashes and do something a little bit edgier and a little bit more undone. If you haven't already subscribed, you should subscribe. I upload tutorials every week. Let's chat in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.